those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game he understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense in a bunch formation. Takes a handoff. It's Berry. It may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Berry. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Maybe some room here. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to blow up now and start doing something.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air, it's Levitt. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Right side, it's Watkins. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Shakes a man, and he might take off.
And that's a frustrating. To a promising drive. When you get the first drive, you start to go down the field, get in the enemy territory, thinking you might get points, and you do what you can't do. You make that mistake, put the ball on the deck, Defense recovers and gets the momentum in this football game.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They were all over it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. On the ground, it's Hill. Breaks into the open. He's past the marker. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Russell. Makes the grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. Three receivers to the right. Out wide right, it's Jenkins. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Looking for space. It's Hill. Maybe a crease. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Russell escapes the pressure going right. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Russell from the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job on the defense. And what did they do? They doubled. Palmer, you got a number one receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? Put a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call, you doubled my best receiver, I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
Quick give, it's Barry. There he goes! He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Quickly to the tight end. Runs through a man. He might have space. Runs through the tackle. The 50. Another broken tackle. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
What a fantastic individual effort by the big fella there. That was a relatively short throw, but he shows you the athleticism and what he can do with the football once he has it in his hands. He looked like a running back out there, making guys miss. Really good vision, nice speed as well. The coaches are loving that.
Out wide left, it's Watkins. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Throwing Russell. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. He's going to take off. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Russell. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 20. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. It's something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bama! The extra point here would tie the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On the run, it's Berry. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. He now has 91 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. There's a crease. The 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to Caden Durham. Enough to move the chains. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Bama. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the count.
He's loose down the left side. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
On the return, it's Durham. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Keelan Russell buying time to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Long way to go on second down. RPO complete. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On the ground, it's Hill. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Russell. Going over the top. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Berry. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Left side, it's Thomas. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Levin. Look out! He'll try to do it himself. It's a fumble! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. Just got rid of that one.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Russell. Takes a hit as he fires. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. They go play action with Russell. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He's changing the play. Looking for space. It's Barry. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
Yeah, you can see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. And he gets so close to punching it in, and you could tell he wanted to, but pushed out of bounds at the 2. And guess what? First and goal from the 2, this offense will take it.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from the defense. You're expecting runs, second and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field.
Next going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, What adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he tacks on the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Hill. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Handoff again. They didn't get anybody blocked, didn't fool anybody. They'll lose yardage, and it's third down here late in the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the number 23 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Razorbacks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll open the second half on the ground. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Just feeds the running back. Breaks into the open. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Hauls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Driven back.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Rush is on. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. Russell on play action. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Rodgers. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown time. That's his third score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Deep in the end zone, it's Durham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. The give. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Stepping to the right. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. Now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They'll try the right side. Powers through the defender. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Russell. Complete. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute. They do it.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm. And I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try the left side. And they swarm him under.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Russell from the gun on third down. Complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tide ready to roll on offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. There he goes. The 50. He's inside the 40. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. He'll keep it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Searching for space. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Keelan Russell. Under pressure. Being chased. Smashes through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Fourth quarter, obviously, trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Throwing Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, so you got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires left. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
Handoff, Durham running left. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Rush right in his face. Got his man downfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Alabama calls it 2nd timeout of the half. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Durham one more time. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides. The sticks, that'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And that is a massive play by the quarterback and great understanding of the situation, knowing if I can find a way to get a first down, this game is over. QB scrambles around, nobody open, David, but he does it with his legs and gets the W for his team.
And I'm not surprised whose hands they put the ball in. This is crunch time. Get the first down. This ball game is over. They trusted their quarterback, and they got it done. And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games.